This is an explanation for week 9. I'm in the folder for the week 9 activities in the Dropbox. You are viewing this video, so you are completing the first activity this week. Our second activity is to complete the post social emotional learning survey. And you're going to click on this link to get to the survey, and then you'll complete it. Hopefully you've gained some information over this term in regards to social emotional learning, and that you'll be able to respond readily to the survey. And I appreciate your responses as always. This is your last week for your literacy circle discussions. I know it's pretty sad, but this one is very informational, as it's going to be a discussion on your biography or informational text. And don't forget to post your last posting in the Reader's Response blog. That is due this week as well. This week we're talking about nonfiction and biographies. We're going to read the following articles below from the Horn Book magazine. What makes a good science book? What makes a good dinosaur book beyond Barney? And More Than the Facts, reviewing science books. Each of the articles brings up interesting points about evaluating nonfiction science books. Reflect on how these points in the articles complement or contrast both each other and the suggestions for evaluating nonfiction in the Chapter 10 of the 8th edition or Chapter 5 in the 9th edition, depending on which edition you are using. Post your reflection in this Dropbox. These are the articles here you see, and you can just download them and read them. Your last independent activity this week is a choice. It's biography, nonfiction, or both. It's your choice. So after reading nonfiction, that's chapters 10 in the 8th edition, chapter 5 in the 9th editions, and biography, which is chapter 9 in the 8th edition and chapter 10 in the 9th edition, you're going to select one of the following and post your work in the week 9 Dropbox. So the first thing you could do is highlight both chapters, listing only five takeaways from each chapter. Takeaways are important pieces of information you have learned from the chapter or chapters. The second is using a biography. Evaluate the biography using the criteria found in the biography chapter and compare the biography to another biography about the same individual. And the biography chapters are 9 in the 8th edition and 10 in the 9th edition. Or you can use teaching idea 10.2, which is on page 309 in the 8th edition, or it's the same teaching idea in 5.2, page 159 in the 9th edition, and write a script using the thoughts from this teaching idea to share a nonfiction book into a class. This is not a lesson plan, but just a script to notice how the book is designed and how you would be introducing the book to the students. And if you complete more than one of these activities, you will receive extra credit. And who doesn't like extra credit? Those are that's my explanation for the independent activities this week. There is a group activity. I'm going to take you to that in the group Dropbox. So in the week 9 group Dropbox, you're going to share memories of biography reading from your childhood in this discussion Dropbox with your other group members. This is not your literacy group necessarily, but a new group of people. Whose biographies did you read or hear? Often mentioned are Christopher Columbus, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Helen Keller. Why did you read those biographies? What do you remember about your feelings about the subject of the biography? Now brainstorm and list names of famous individuals you would like to know more about today. Use this list to search for children's and adolescent biographies written from those individuals. Are famous women and minorities on your list? Are biographies of those people available for children? Post your responses in the Dropbox. So you're going to look for books that children or adolescents would read about these individuals that you're interested in, and you're going to form this list of books. And I would create the book image and maybe a brief synopsis in your list there as well, and form a list as a group. It's one document, the list as a group, and each member should post the document so I can give each member feedback. That's it for week 9. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Otherwise, I'll see you online and in Literacy Group. Have a great week.